Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your daily horoscope for 9th August 2021, which is a Monday. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I also do weekly video horoscopes and monthly sun rising sign horoscopes that you can watch on my YouTube channel. I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. All right, so let's talk about what's happening in the astrology today. And first thing that I'd like to mention is that yesterday was a powerful new moon in Leo. We began something that came about quite unexpectedly and suddenly, something that will push us more towards our authenticity, more towards our unique self, more towards our unique self. However, that new beginning, whatever it started yesterday, did require hard work, will require hard work and decisions and discipline. And the whole month till the next new moon in the month of September, for about the next 28-30 days, we will be building this new beginning. We will be working on it. And as much work as this beginning will require, it will also have a healing impact. So that's a very brief overview of the new moon energy. For more details, you can watch my new moon in Leo video, which is already out on my channel. And now let's talk about how we are going to feel on Monday. So the first thing on Monday morning happens at about 5 a.m. Pacific time, which makes it 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And it's that the moon in Leo at 28 degrees will oppose Jupiter retrograde, right? 180-degree angle. And in astrology, a 180-degree angle feels challenging. So what's happening here is that Jupiter is the planet of hope and optimism, and it expands anything it touches. And the moon is our emotions. So this might be a moment where we can feel a little less hopeful, a little less optimistic, a little less joyous in a way. And perhaps this ties into the new moon, the new beginning that happened yesterday, because that new beginning, as much as it will bring about a change and push us towards our unique self, was stressful, right? So at this moment, we can feel like there's so much to be done, there's so much work I need to do. Why do I have to work so hard? That sort of thinking can come about, and that can lead to feeling a little less hopeful, right? So that's the energy. And our emotions at this point can really be magnified as well. If you're feeling less hopeful, that feeling can be magnified because Jupiter magnifies things. So let this energy pass, and it will pass. It's about 5:36 a.m. Pacific time and 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So, so that's the first thing. Now, the second thing happens at about 9 a.m., right? And it's that the moon here has changed signs. The moon has entered the sign of Virgo, as you can see on the chart. And this is 9 a.m. Pacific time, which makes it about 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Now, the moon changes signs every 2.5 days, and when it does, the focus of our life, the energy in our life shifts in subtle ways. And in Leo, we were all about, hey, what do I love to do? What's my heart desire? What do I feel like doing? What makes me happy? But that was balanced by Saturn, which is in the opposite sign, saying, okay, you're willing to work hard, you want all these things that you love and that make you happy, but you'll have to put in the work. So that was the energy. But now in Virgo, what are we going to be doing? For the next 2.5 days, we are going to be focused on getting organized, getting planned, making things perfect, analyzing things, because that's Virgo, focusing on our day-to-day things, the mundane things, the immediate reality. That is what we are going to be working on. And this could very well be getting planned and organized and thinking about and analyzing the new beginning that came about on Sunday with the new moon in Leo. And when I say a new beginning, it's a seeding point of a new beginning. Things are not very clear as to what that beginning is. It's something that we've sown, right? It's not yet fully formed. So we'll have to work for the next 2 weeks at least, and the whole month, to really develop that new beginning. But now is the time for the next 2.5 days where we will get organized and planned and think about that beginning. How do I make it happen? What do I need to change in my reality? What habits will I need to adjust? What's working, what's not working? How do I make this perfect? That's Virgo. So that is what we are going to be focused on. And the next important thing happens in the evening. So we have the morning and then we have the evening, right? And in the evening, we have the Venus-Neptune opposition come exact, right? So they'll come exact, it'll come exact at about 6 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it 6 a.m. India time, Tuesday morning. And I have been speaking about this, but it comes exact today, which means the energy is at its peak today, right? And what is this energy? First of all, what is Venus? Venus is love, romance, our relationships, projects, self-worth, finances, skills, values. All these things is Venus. And what is Neptune? Neptune is a planet of the higher realm. It's the planet of spirituality, of creativity, of connecting with the divine. But Neptune is also confusion, right? So this energy here can manifest in two ways. One of those ways is that we feel very magical and spiritual about Venus things. We feel very magical and spiritual about our relationship, for example, or a project that we are working on, or a skill that we are learning. We say, okay, I'm learning this new thing, and this is helping me connect more with myself, and that's helping me become more spiritual, for example. Or this relationship that I'm in, this is very magical. This has a spiritual element to it. That could be one vibe. The second thing that could manifest is a lot of confusion connected to Venus things. We could be confused about our projects. We could be confused about the relationships we are in. Something about that may not make sense. And we can also be overly sensitive about these things. Overly sensitive in a way that we wouldn't be otherwise, right? So that is the energy. And if you are confused, if you're feeling that, okay, I'm not able to see things clearly connected to my love, relationships, business partnerships, legal issues, projects, finances, skills, self-worth, values, then let this energy pass, because it will. And then we have another aspect that takes place at about 9 p.m. Pacific time, and it's the Moon-Mars conjunction. So this is 9:10 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it about 9:10 a.m. India time, Tuesday morning. And what is happening here? The moon is our emotions, right? And Mars is what? Mars is the warrior. It is the planet that takes initiative, that takes action. It's the planet of willpower. It's the planet that goes and gets what it wants, right? It's our drive, basically. And when they conjunct like this, again, this energy can manifest in two ways. One is that we get emotional courage, we get emotional willpower, we say emotionally, I'm ready to take this action. And this can be the case because we had a new beginning in Leo yesterday, which will require a lot of work and decisions and discipline. And perhaps this is the time where we get that courage after the moon has entered Virgo, where we say, okay, the new beginning was yesterday. Yes, I know it will require work. Yes, I need to work on it. Okay, I'm getting organized with the moon in Virgo. I'll plan it out. And then by the evening you say, okay, now I'm ready. I feel like working on this. I'm ready to take that action. Alternatively, it could be that we feel angry and frustrated because Mars is a warrior and it is angry. It can get angry, it can get aggressive, it can get frustrated. So this is a point where we might feel angry and frustrated, right? And this can again be about that beginning that happened yesterday. That new beginning came about. Why is it requiring so much work? This is frustrating. I'm trying to plan this out. I'm trying to get organized, but I don't know how this is going to work. I'm frustrated. That could be another manifestation of this energy. Okay. And then soon after this, we have the last, I think it's the last, yeah, it's the last aspect that I'm going to speak about today. And it is that the moon, sorry about that. The moon is going to square the nodes. The moon at 8 degrees is squaring the south node and the north node. Now, any planet in this alignment can be magnified, right? It's like it's put in the spotlight. You see, it's getting pressured from both sides. The north node and the south node are putting it in the limelight, putting the moon in the limelight. And what's happening there? Our emotions are in the limelight. And in Virgo, this could very well be stress, because Virgo energy can manifest as stress, right? When things are not perfect, when things are not organized, when things are not planned, what happens? We get stressed. And that could very well be the energy. But overall, our emotions are magnified at this point. And with Mars close by, this could very well be emotions of a lot of emotional courage, a lot of drive, alternatively, a lot of frustration, a lot of stress. So that could be the energy. And it could also be a point where we might need to adjust something, because squares typically represent change, right? We might need to adjust our emotions, adjust our planning and organizing, and say, hey, that was the past, that's done with. This is the future, right? Because the North Node is where we are headed. The South Node is the past. So perhaps an adjustment needs to be made to not get angry, to not be frustrated, to not feel stressed, so that we can say, hey, okay, I need to move towards the future and the past is done. I need to approach this new beginning with a different mindset, not something that worked in the past. Because what I'm going towards is new, it's different, it's the future. So that's the energy for the day. So really quick to sum it up, today is an intense day. Today is an intense day. It's a day of adjustment, of change. We have an opposition in the morning. We have oppositions in squares and conjunctions to Mars in the evening. So it is an intense, intense day. And I will also mention that Mars here is getting ready to square the nodes as well, right? That's happening. And Mercury here, where's Mercury? Mercury here is getting ready to oppose Jupiter. So we are building up to that, and Mercury will also change signs this week. It will enter the sign of Virgo. We will talk all about that, but this is the basic horoscope for today. And I will also like to mention that we are dealing with certain underlying energies in 2021, which will spill over into 2022. And I'll mention those really quick, because these energies are what this whole year is about, right? And the first is the Saturn Uranus square, 90-degree angle. We are seeing these two planets make a 90-degree angle after 21 years. So it's not very common, it's rare. And this energy typically demands us to get rid of the old and embrace the new. It also demands us to embrace our unique, authentic self. It says, hey, get rid of the idea who you think you should be. Get rid of the idea of who people want you to be, and be who you actually are, your true self, right? And since these planets are squaring, this transformation of getting rid of the old that doesn't serve you, embracing the new, getting rid of the idea that, hey, I should not be who I think I should be, but I should be who I actually am, will require effort and work, and might even feel stressful because they're squaring. So that's the first thing. We'll feel this energy all year, even into next year. But right now, the energy is slightly low in intensity. It was at its peak in the month of June and will be at its peak in the month of December as well. So that's the first thing that we deal with every day, right? The second thing that we deal with every day is that we are setting the foundation for 2 new cycles till 2023 at least. So for the next 2 years, we will be laying the foundation for 2 new cycles that started in the year of 2020. The first one was the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction of December of 2020. These planets met up after 20 years and started a new 20-year cycle, and we will set the base for that in the next 2 years. And the second is the cycle that started in Jan of 2020, Saturn-Pluto conjunction. These planets met up after 38 years and ended a cycle that started in 1982, and this new cycle that started in Jan of 2020 has changed our reality in a very powerful way, and we will be in this cycle till 2053. But right now, we are the new life is here. Yes, it's here because the cycles have started, but it's not fully here. We are developing it. We are laying the foundation. So 2021 especially is all about change, setting the base for things, coming into our own authentic self. And that's all the underlying energies. Now I will pick a card for today and then we'll close out the reading. So I think I'm going to go with the lesson card today because I just feel like it, and let's do that. Okay. I think we got an appropriate card and it says worry, right? It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And I'm going to speak a little bit about this. I think today the moon in Virgo, I have mentioned many times that it can be stressed, right? We can feel stressed with the square to the nodes. There can be a lot of stressful energy. There can be a lot of frustrating energy. And stress in a way is being worried as well. Is this going to work? Is this not going to work? And I think today the universe is saying, let that go. There's no point in being worried about things, right? So today's energy is intense, but at the end of the day, the lesson that we are asked to learn is that worry does not serve a purpose. Stress does not serve a purpose. So that's what we need to learn. Because it can get stressful today, it can. But stress sometimes leads to growth and change and better things, and we can control our stress. We can say that we won't get stressed, we won't be worried, right? So that's the message for the day, that on this Monday, yes, it might get intense. I know Mondays are intense anyway. It might get stressful. We might get worried about things because things are changing. There was a new moon yesterday that started the change, but don't be worried. It'll all fall into place. And I hope you enjoyed this horoscope, and now I will see you all tomorrow for my daily video. Have a great Monday. Bye.